Let me ask you, have you ever had a boss who played favorites when it comes to employees? Or if you're the boss, have you ever played favorites when it comes to your employees? You kind of liked one over the other, so you just let things slide, or you gave bonuses or extra pay raises to a specific employee? Well, that's what I want to talk to you about today. And thanks for joining, because today I want to share with you how not to play favorites if you want your employees to trust you. And this is hugely important because you as the boss have a team that you are leading slash managing. And it's important that they can trust that the work that they're doing is going to be recognized fairly. And so there are some blatant causes or blatant examples of playing favorites. And so the blatant ones are if you award an employee a bonus or a promotion because you like that employee, not because they earned it. Or the less obvious ones are ones that, hey, you've got an employee that comes in late or that takes long lunches or maybe leaves early. The level of work is not what it should be, so it's kind of pretty much sucking. And then also things such as maybe hanging out with select employees because you kind of like them, so you'll go out to lunch with them or you'll meet after work at a bar or restaurant. And the key here is that not everyone is invited. It's just the ones you kind of really enjoy hanging out with. And so what happens is that those employees are seeing that, Bob is treated a little differently than myself, and what happens is that your employees are going to start to resent that. They're also going to see that, I can't trust that employee or that boss because he is giving projects or even just little tasks that should be given to somebody else, but they're not, just because Bob likes Joe or the boss likes Bob. So whatever the name is, fill it in the blank and then just run with it, because that is actually what's happening. So, hey, I'm Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk about, how not to play favorites if you want to have your employees trust you. And this is actually taken out of a chapter out of my book, and it's focused on Rule 8, which is don't play favorites. And it's really important because this is just one component of how you as the boss can build trust with your employees. And this actually, the chapter actually had a great contributor. Her name was Nancy DeLisi. She was the former vice president and treasurer of Altria Group. And she was generous enough to share her thoughts and her strategies on what she did when it came to leading her teams of employees. And she was responsible for a lot of people. And so one of the strategies that she used is that she actually treated everyone fairly when it came based on the criteria that's been established, the goals that have been communicated. Everybody had the same expectations on meeting those. And so that kind of eliminated playing favorites there. The second strategy that she used is that when it comes to leading projects, she actually delegated those based on merit. And so the merit was based on, did you actually have past performance where you actually exceeded and excelled in that area? Or are you showing initiative? You're actually coming to your boss and your supervisor saying, hey, I want more responsibility. I can do this. And so, yes, it's based on skills, but it's also based on initiative. And this actually means a whole lot because you have got those employees that are really driven internally, and giving them opportunities to excel and shine is important. And so when you delegate based on initiative and based on merit of past performance, that actually shows that you are not playing favorites. And then the third way that she actually did not play favorites is that when it comes to giving bonuses, giving pay raises, awarding projects, she did not reward bad behavior. And so if she actually had delegated something to an employee and it was not completed to the expectations or to her expectations, then that employee was not rewarded. So not everybody got a bonus, or not everybody got the same step increase. And this is really important because I remember when I was working for an organization, the boss that I had at the time favored one employee, and whether it and it actually, he didn't even really care. And I don't know if it was obvious to him that he did this. Even though it was brought to his attention, he just never changed. And his reasoning was, hey, this employee is a great contributor in other areas to the department. However, what was happening was the work that was delegated to her, she refused to do it, and it was dumped on her coworkers. And so the coworkers saw that this was happening, and the boss actually was viewed as, not favorably, obviously. And so this is really important. If you want your employees to trust in you, that you are, being honest and being fair when it comes to whether it's doling out bonuses so everybody based on performance gets equal treatment, then that is what is really important. And it comes down to doling out projects and rewarding for promotions, recognition for a job well done. Not everybody gets included if not everybody was involved. And when it comes to building trust and not playing favorites, these are some key areas that you can actually focus on. And so when you're thinking back to your department and your responsibility, what can you do to make sure that you are not playing favorites with your team members? Because honestly, we are going to have favorites. We just are, because you're going to see those that shine and those that don't, those that are just going to try and get by. However, you cannot play favorites to those employees. You just have to make sure that you are holding everyone accountable for whatever it is that you are delegating out and the expectations that have been set. So hopefully you like this, and if you did, please like the button below. Don't forget to subscribe, and last but not least, go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for and that your employees are going to trust. So with that, have an amazing day, and until next time, have a great one.